Okay. Remember we spoke about business and the environment, and that the business is a subset of the environment. And in any business setup, it's a collection of people coming together in order to work collectively so that they can accomplish organizational goals and objectives. And for them to actually do that, there has to be ethics, ethical conduct activities that will govern their activities within the organization. And of course, social responsibility, those rules that will govern their activities with the environment. Therefore, in this model, we are going to look at ethics and social responsibility. In this model, we're going to look at ethics, importance of ethics in organization, and of course, corporate social responsibility. At the end of the model, students will understand the meaning of ethics, understand the importance and benefits of ethics in organization, and of course, understand the meaning of corporate social responsibility to the stakeholders. Introduction. What do we understand by the word ethics? Ethics as a subject and as a science of conduct is a branch of philosophy concerned with analyzing what is normally right or wrong in people's behavior or conduct. Ethics and morality are terms that are often used interchangeably in discussions of good and evil. Ethics comes from the Greek word ethos, meaning character. The term ethics is usually applied to person. Moral comes from the Latin word morales, meaning customs or manners. The term morality is usually applied to acts and behavior. On the other hand, social responsibility can be explained as the principle that companies should contribute to the welfare of the society and not to be solely devoted to maximizing profits. Corporate legacy then continues to guide their commitment to the communities where they live and work. This model will further examine ethics and social responsibility in an entrepreneurial world. Ethics and social responsibilities is certainly an important issue considering the role of social responsibility in society and ethics in business. Social responsibility is beneficial for business community and at the same time for the global community. Ethics and social responsibility are very important values in management. This is particularly essential in decision-making process. Ethical conscience guides managers to make responsible, trustworthy, and profitable management outcomes. Managers are trying to implement ethical decision-making approach in all business decisions. This situation in all business decisions. The importance of ethics in any human endeavor cannot be underscored. This is the identification and institutionalization of best practices as accepted by members of an organization. For many years, ethics has been a key issue for all government and companies. This is because of the impact of ethics in economic and social development and its importance as a source of income. its importance equally as a source of what? Income. We discovered one basic thing, that with ethics, generally, the quality of life will be better, and of course, with social responsibility too, the quality of working life will be better, and there will be more participation of both the individuals and the business organization in the environment. Specifically, in Nigeria, the practice of ethics, especially in business service and business organization, has seriously deteriorated. It has been moving on the declining stage, owing largely to a poor and corrupt mindset and leadership. People always emphasize on ethical behavior, linking it with just the leaders. I said no. Even we, the followers, even we, the subordinates in an organization, at any point when you are trying to do something and you discover that the left side of your brain saying do it, and the right side is saying don't do it, listen to that silent voice. Because the slogan these days is just make it. How one makes it, it is nobody's concern. As a result of that, a lot of civil servants and a lot of businessmen have the feeling to get rich quickly. So immediately you find even employees, when they start working, they engage in different corrupt and unethical practices to actualize their ambition and conform to the unethical social expectation of just make it. And don't just look at it from the employees' even point of view. Even you now as students coming in at your 100 level, you know the rightful thing to do for you to pass your exams. You know the rightful thing to do in order to excel. But you will discover that you may end up engaging in certain unethical behaviors. If you are dressing and you are not dressing properly, you know that it is unethical. When you try to cheat in the examination, you know it is unethical. When you try to steal your friend notes to hide it, or even some people will go to the extent of trying to tear their notes and so on, you know it is highly unethical. When you borrow and you find it difficult to pay back, it is unethical. So the whole thing is not just with the public service, the whole thing is not just with employee in business organization, but it is equally with ourselves. And that is why we said ethics moves along with what? Conscience. Benefits of managing ethics in organization. You discover that the moment you manage ethics and guide individuals on the way things should be done, there are a lot of benefits. What are some of these benefits? Ethics programs cultivate strong teamwork and productivity. Teamwork, because people will now be encouraged to come together. They work as a team. And the moment you come to work as a team, there'll be increase in what? Productivity. Ethics program align employees' behavior with those of top management. Ethics program support employee growth and meaning. Attention to ethics in organizations help employees to face reality, both good and bad, in the organization and in themselves. Ethics programs are all insurance policies. What do we mean by them being insurance policy? They help to ensure that policies are legal. There are a number of lawsuits against organizations' personnel actions and other matters related to organization because of unethical behavior. AJ, when you produce substandard products in order to maximize your profit, you know that it is unethical. When you now say, for instance, you want to make yogurt, and instead of making yogurt, you go to mix a lot of pap with milk and calling it yogurt. It is unethical. Or where you go to use white Maggi to produce food, it is unethical. Where you have a restaurant and you go to use rotten tomatoes in order to cook to maximize your profit, it is what? Unethical. And once you are being caught in any of these illegal practices, the individual concerned or affected can sue you. D. Based on that again, ethics programs help to avoid criminal acts and can lower fines. Ethics programs tends to dictate ethical issues and violation earlier on so that they can't be reported or addressed. Ethics program help managers manage values associated with quality management. Ethics program always identify preferred values, thereby ensuring organizational behavior that are aligned with those values. F. Ethics program promote a strong public image. Attention to ethics is also strong in public relations. Admittedly, managing ethics should not be done primarily for reasons of public relations, but frankly, the fact that an organization regularly gives attention to its ethics can portray a strong and positive image to the public. G. Ethics programs help maintain a moral course in a turbulent times. Attention to business ethics is essential during times of fundamental change. During times of change, there is often no moral compass to guide leaders through complex conflicts about what is right or what is wrong. Importance of ethics, therefore, to an organization. After seeing all this, then what becomes the importance of ethics to an organization? To answer the question of why business ethics are important, you must understand what the phrase business ethics really means. At the most basic level, business ethics are nothing more than the code of values and principles that govern the action of a person or a group of people regarding what is right versus what is wrong. Ethics concern an individual's moral judgment about right and wrong. Decision taken within an organization may be made by an individual or groups, but whosoever makes them will be influenced by the culture of the organization. Almost every organization has its own culture. It has its norms, what it thinks are the rightful thing to be done. Ethical behavior and corporate social responsibility, therefore, can bring significant benefits to businesses. For example, they may, 1, attract customers to the firm's product, thereby boosting sales and profits. If customers are aware that you are always consistent in producing quality products at the rightful prices, there will be high turnover, thereby leading to a high profit margin in the long run. Ethical programs make employees want to stay with the business, reduce labor turnover, and therefore increase productivity. You see, if you're working in an organization that have a high sense of ethics, you'll be proud to say, yes, I work in so organization. But when you are working in an organization where people feel that it's more of they do a lot of unethical things, even you as an employee, you will not be happy mentioning yourself being associated with such such organization. Sorry, please. Excuse me. Ethics attract more employees wanting to work for the business, thereby reducing recruitment costs and enable the company to get the most talented employees. Also, ethics attract investors and keep the company's share price high, thereby protecting the business from takeover. Unethical behavior or lack of corporate social responsibility, by comparison, may change a firm's reputation and make it less appealing to stakeholders. Profits could fail as a result, and these are some of the additional 12 importance of ethics in business. It stops business malpractice, improves customers' confidence, it ensures survival of the business, safeguarding customer rights, protecting employees and shareholders, develops a good relations, creates a good corporate image, it's smooth functioning of the organization, and of course it gives that sense to customer satisfaction and thereby bringing about healthy competition. That is the relations of the individuals with the organization and their relationship within the organization. But what now becomes the relationship with the organization and the environment? Relationship of the organization and the environment. Remember, we say one basic thing, that a business is a subset operating within a major environment. The business customers are from the environment. The raw materials and other inputs used by the business to produce goods and services are from the environment. And therefore, if the business must continue to survive, there is need for a healthy environment. How does the healthy environment comes about? A healthy environment comes about through what we call social responsibility. Through what we call social responsibility, also known as corporate social responsibility. It is a form of corporate self-regulation integrated into a business model. Ideally, corporate social responsibility policy will function as a built-in self-regulating mechanism where business will monitor and ensure the support of law, ethical standards, and international norms, thereby operating businesses based on what we call best management practices. Based on what we call best management practices. When we talk about organization embracing social responsibility, it means that they have close relationship with their environment, with their employees, with the stakeholders and other members of public and other members of the public. Corporate social responsibility focused businesses will proactively promote public interest by encouraging community growth and development. You see, when a business is sited within a particular environment and you assist in promoting that environment, minus ensuring that the businesses are protected and ensuring growth, you will discover that members of the community will equally embrace the business, because they will now have the feeling that this is our own business. Just like within Kefi community, you discover that because of the social responsibility sense of management of the university, the community always think that this is our business. They are proud to be associated with Nasarawa State University because we are community friendly. Corporate social responsibility, therefore, is a deliberate inclusion of public interest into the major decision making So we are not just after profit, we're not just after rendering services, but we are also after the well-being of the society. Corporate social responsibility is the social responsiveness which implies the ability of a corporation to relate its operations and policies to the social environment in ways that are mutually beneficial to the company and to the society. The concept comprises a broad range of activities that corporations may engage in with varying degrees of enthusiasm to demonstrate that they are addressing important human rights, environmental and labor issues, many of which have been brought to their attention by activities groups. Corporate social responsibility describes, therefore, a company's commitment to be accountable to its stakeholders. Corporate social responsibility demands that business managers manage the economic, social, and environmental factors of their operation to maximize the benefits and minimize the downside. Corporate social responsibilities, as the name suggests, is the attitudes and behavior of companies and their management towards embarking on projects which have an immediate society needs, which government agencies may not be in a position to provide. It also embraces the responsibility of management of companies to ensure that the products and services their organization offer the public are good and qualitative ones, that they do not take advantage of any ignorance and absence of competition to cheat in order to make higher profits. So it's very important when you're operating any business to have the mindset of equally serving the community, assisting government in doing some of these things that they may not be in a position to immediately do based on pressure surrounding them. We've discovered of recent so many organizations incorporating into institutionalizing into their programs this idea of social responsibility. For instance, you find some organizations within the community where they are operating, they try to maybe e.g. provide boreholes. Some may go to the extent of building hospitals or health centers. Majority they build health centers, or they may even assist the police by building a police station. Not just building a police station, they may also get themselves engaged in organizing other community services that will benefit the community. For instance, in Nasarawa State University, the Vice Chancellor has directed the Entrepreneurship Development Center to see what they can do for members of the community, so that the members of the community can equally be empowered and not just the students. So when we talk about social responsibility, it's just doing what is good, and not because the organization is forced to do so, but because the organization view it good to do so. And the moment you embrace that, you discover what? That the community will embrace the business, and the business will have the prospect of growing.